with stampingwithdye.com. Welcome to this week's Mimeograph Monday. Oh, I had such a good weekend. Being able to walk on both feet and actually do laundry and dishes and stuff like that, which, you know, who would think that was exciting to do? Make the bed. So almost back to normal. I did get some new running shoes. Jeff took me for a drive to the store. Let me make sure that I'm in the right spot here. Hold on a second. Because the doctor suggested new sneakers with arch, so I got a pair of those, and then I ordered another pair off of Amazon once I knew what my size, like my true size was, because I didn't ever have these shoes before. Just so I have a couple pairs, and so anyway, so hopefully you had a great weekend, and if you went out shopping for all your Thanksgiving stuff, I hope it wasn't too bad. I still do the shipped, where they shop for me and bring it to the house, and then Jeff ran and got a few things. He's gonna smoke a turkey. He's done it, I think, a couple times. So he got the smoker already, and the turkey's in the refrigerator defrosting. I'm gonna try a new stuffing recipe that uses ciabatta bread and stuff like that. Like, we don't stuff the bird, it just cooks. So I want to try that, so I'll let you know how it was. I also made that potato soup that I talked about the other day, and it was delicious. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And Jeff was like, this is better than a restaurant. So that was awesome. So let's see who all is here. Hi, Ginny, Nancy, Candy, Stacy, Dawn, Marcy, and I'm so glad you're all with me today. So we're gonna do a fun, quick card. I hadn't even used this set. I had to actually mount both of them. I had to mount. So yeah, I think we've got everything. Just have to get it ready now, right? Like, cut the bread so it kind of dries, like the day before and all that kind of stuff. So, I also, hi Jane, how is your leg or your ankle? Oh my gosh, we're like boot sisters. And I did figure out the stamp set. So when I spin the phone, I did figure out the stamp sets for my virtual spring social. So I have two I can show you, but the one isn't available yet, so I can't show you yet, but it's beautiful. And then obviously there'll be more stuff, but I just wanted to at least let you know the stamp sets, so you can, if you have them already, you can switch them out or whatever. Hey Brenton, good morning. Yes. Okay, so let me, I think that's all I wanted to jabber about. And I also, I also want to show you, because I got, my goodies and guts for November. So I actually have a packet of the guts, so you can see exactly what you can choose. All right, so let me flip the phone here. Hey, Rhonda. All right, so let me flip the phone. Turn. All right. So I think that looks good. Looks good and straight. All right, so before I get to the whatchamacallit, let me get this out. All right. So November hostess code. I know I have mentioned that. So here is the November hostess code. And this is what you'll use when placing an order in my online store. And then the goodies and the guts. So that's what I want to show you as well. All right. Also, what do I have here? Okay. So also keep these dates. So this will be the first one. I probably, I could cut that off since this is a ways away, but just save the dates. So this is the virtual spring social, and this is for the United States only. And so the stamp sets that we're going to be using are, so you will get Honeybee Home. You're going to get Awesome Otters, which is so stinking cute. And then one that I can't show you because it's in the mini catalog is Flowing Flowers. So those are the 3 stamp sets that you'll get to for the spring social, and that's what you'll use to do your make and takes. Now, of course, there'll be embellishments and cardstock and ribbon and stuff like that, but these are the 3 stamp sets that I at least wanted to let you know. Also, I put on my blog, and I sent an email out that I will be pre-ordering the mini catalog and the celebration, which I have stuck somewhere. The celebration catalog as well. If you have not placed an order in my store since June 2021 of at least 50, you're going to want to place an order before November 29th. If you have ordered, $50 within that, period, then you'll get catalogs in the mail. If you haven't, I just figure you're not stamping, or you're stamping with somebody else, and you'll get your catalog from them. All right, so there's that. Okay, so what else? Don't forget about the joining my team, which brings me to the goodies and the guts, because my team, as long as you're a silver elite title or higher, that's just another little perk that they have, that they can pick the goodies or the guts as well. All right, so let me show you, and then we will get to the card. All right. So the guts and the goodies. So the goodies and the guts. So the goodies this month are the subtle shimmer sequins, and I've used them quite a bit. You can use them as a shaker. I used them on the cute little box that I showed last week as a shaker card. I've also just stuck them on things like the little box here, right? They're just stuck on there, just a little sparkle and shine. So that is the goodies. So you can either pick the goodies, and this is with the $75, if you order 75 in the month of November, and that's a cumulative. You could put a couple orders in to get to that. So you will actually get the supplies to make these 3 things. So you have your little box, your cute doggy card, and your hedgehog card. Now, keep in mind, nothing is stamped. So let me show you what that means. So you would get this in the mail. Let me scoot up just a little bit. So this is what you would get in the mail. So you would get, see, at least I can stand up to see if I'm straight. Yay! See, look at me standing like a big girl. Okay, so this is what you would get in the mail, and then you would just use your own greetings. Maybe you already have it, right? Maybe you already have, the Joyful Life stamp set. Maybe you already have, stuff to make that, or you just use what you have at home. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you. So I worked on these this weekend. So this is what you would get. So you would get in the mail. So this is your little packet. So you have your ribbon, a business card. Here's your little bling packet. And then here's all the stuff that you'll need to do the box. So you have, your little, this reminds me of a sugar cookie, but it's just a little thing you'll stamp on. You've got your DSPs that you'll cut out. So you have everything to make your little box. And then you have your box, right? So you have your box. And then these are the 2 cards. So then you have everything you need to do the 2 cards. So see, you have all this stuff in there. Now the dog obviously is DSP, so he's just in there. So you can just trim him out. So you have your cute little dog. And then you can just use whatever greetings that you have at home. And there's a little piece of paper in there. If you have a stamp set at home that has like a Santa hat, you could put the Santa hat on the dog. And then here's the pieces for the hedgehog card. And then you've got your little piece here if you want a mask like I did, or you could glue it right on. But I love having card guts around because they're just so handy. Everything's cut to size. You just use what you have at home. So that is what it means, because some people were like, I'm not exactly sure, what I'm getting. So I just wanted to show you what that is. Let me put it back. And then I just priority mail it to you. And then you just follow the videos, because these are all past videos from the month before, or would be probably this month, right? I don't know if I had any of October, but And then you can just make them along with the lives that are already in my YouTube channel. So isn't that fun? Hi, McKenna, honey bunny. Hey, Carol. So anyway, so if you have any questions in regards to goodies and guts, there you go. You can choose goodies or you can choose the guts. All right. So let's get to the card. So I think I may have showed this card when we were talking about how I do the recipes. I'm not for sure, but I had a post-it on. I took the post-it off, but so I want to do this card because I love it so much. So I got my recipe, and that's the card we're going to do. All right. So I have all my stuff. Hey, Teresa. All right. So this uses the Bloom Where You're Planted DSP, and it is beautiful paper. I also have Going Gray, or Gray Granite. Boy, am I showing my age as a demonstrator when I use an old color, right? So this is Gray Granite, not Going Gray. I'm Going Gray. All right, so we have Gray Granite as our card base. Let me scoot up. All right. And then we are also using the Nature's Beauty. And like I said, I had not even used this. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. And also Inspired Thoughts. So I had to mount, them. And look at, do you mount your sets like this? Do you just mount as you need it? Aren't I bad? I just kind of mount as I need it. All right. So let's get the other pieces out. I'm also using the Inspiring Canopy dies. Now this was not mentioned on the recipe list, but my eagle eye spotted it on there, so I'm using it. All right, so here's this pretty DSP, and then we're going to use some soft suede. So here that is where that die is. Now if you wanted, you could cut with your scissors, but I used the die, so that's going to go on there. We also want some cardstock to stamp our greeting and our deer. So let's do that right now. Let's see. So we're using Soft Succulent, which is one of the new greens. Do you do the same thing, Carol? Oh, Cindy, yes. I'm glad you're here. I know, unless I'm watching TV or whatever, sometimes I will mount a whole set, but a lot of times I just kind of mount it as I need it. All right. So let's see. It's not like the old days with the wood, right? Because then you would mount them all at once so you didn't by accident put the wrong one on the piece of wood block, which was not a good thing. So this, nowadays, it's not as bad. All right, so let's see here. I need a piece of grid sheet just to make sure that my greetings are straight. Just because they look straight with the sticker does not mean I mounted them straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to use my DSP, and I will know if it's straight or not. Ooh, that's not bad. I didn't do too bad with that one. So we've got our thinking of you on your special day in the Soft Succulent. Now the deer is not so worrisome in regards to being straight. So the deer is in a soft suede. So we've got our pretty deer. Now this set I will keep because my maiden name is Fox, and there's a cute little fox in there. Plus it's a live looking one, like it's a, what do I want it? Not live, but it looks true, like it's a real life kind of drawing, and it has a deer. So Jeff likes to hunt. So I'll keep this set. All right, look at how cute the deer is. All right, so I want it just to set aside over here just for a minute. I also want to do the inside. So I have a piece of basic white, and then I'm just going to, I trimmed a little bit of the DSP just so it matches. Got to have it all coordinated. Hey, sister! I'm glad you're here. Let's see. So that's going to go down there. And then I want to put our cute little fox what's my computer doing? Hang on a minute. This Google Drive thing keeps coming up, and I don't understand why. Also, it's hard to copy and paste. It doesn't, whatchamacallit, it won't let me drag. It makes me drag stuff 3 times before it will like copy, like, you know how you copy and paste or whatever the heck you do with stuff. But anyways, so yeah, so it's driving me nuts. All right, so there's our cute little fox. And then I'm going to put the greeting. So I'm going to do the same thing with the greeting. And I think this one I did mount a little more crooked. Let's see. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to see how straight it is. Ooh, so see, it's really off. So I need to bring it down. All right. So I'm just going to bring it. Ta-da! All right, so just use your grid sheet because I didn't put my sticker on very straight, apparently. All right. Ooh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There we go. I had to make my computer be small so I can see writing. It is a great set for men, whether they are a hunter or not. It's a very, very cute set. All right, so let me bring our deer back. And I'm going to take, let me close that pad. I'm going to take the blender pen. Now, it mentioned in the thing that it was blend with the blender pen, but yet the blender pen was not listed in the supplies, but the crumb cake Stampin' blends was. So I'm using both. So what I'm going to do is I stamped this with the soft suede. Now, soft suede is a water-based ink, and what you can do is you can blend out that ink. So I'm just taking the blender pen and I'm just going on the deer areas, and what that does is it pulls that color out, and just, it's like you're coloring with the stamped image because it's just moving the color around because it's not a permanent ink, right? It's not like the stays on, but that's just moves that color of the deer around. So now your deer is kind of colored in a little bit with the blender pen. I might have to put a blender pen in with, whoops, with the Spring Social. That would be cool because there will be some stuff to color. All right, so then we're going to take the Stampin' blend with the crumb cake in the light, just for the ground, just so there's like 2 different colors. The blender pen reminds me of the Wink of Stella. Yes, exactly. You can color. You could do the same thing with the Wink of Stella because it will also move, you know, that color around. Also a paintbrush, right, with water on it will do the same thing. But the blender pen and the Wink of Stella are awesome to take with you because they've got the liquid inside of them. So they are super good. All right, so now what they did was they took just their scissors and they just cut off little sides, and I'm kind of anal, so here, so they just cut little angles off of there. All right, let me get that out of there. So let's put this on our little bit of dirt or ground. And I could tell it was a die when I looked on the catalog because I could see that line. There's just a little bit of a line right here, and I could see that, so I knew they didn't use their scissors. It just wasn't listed on the recipe. All right, so trim that off. Bring our card over. Let's put the inside of our card on. So this would be a great card for anybody. And this stamp set, this inspiring, let me get it out again to show you. This Inspired Thoughts. This is an awesome set because it has a lot of different greetings in it. There's a lot of happy birthdays and stuff like that sets in the catalog. This is like sympathy, get well, like a healing. It even has like Christmas. Thank you. So it's a really good one. It's your time to remember to feel appreciated and to know you're celebrated. So see, that is like a birthday, even though it doesn't say, you know, birthday. It's definitely, you know, more like a birthday. All right. So let's stick this on the inside. And the outside one, I'm going to put on with dimensionals, but let's put this on here first. So it also uses this beautiful ribbon. So this is the Old Olive and Pretty Peacock ribbon. So can you see this? It's like Old Olive. Yes, it doesn't oversaturate the paper, Cindy. You're right. And I love to watercolor, and if I'm going to watercolor, I'll use watercolor paper because then you can really move those colors around. But I'm a big Stampin' Blends person. All right, so this is this pretty Old Olive, and then it's got like peacock, so it's just really, really fun, right? All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to do it right off the spool, so I won't waste any ribbon. But I'll waste a little bit doing my fishtails. So what you want to do is you want to cut, fold your ribbon in half, and then just cut at an angle. And then that gives you your little fishtail. All right. So then, I know I'm going to put my deer here. So I'm just going to take my seal. And I'm just going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to put it on the card, and so it'll stick here, right? And then I'm just going to put my finger there and wrap it so then it will stick here. Put my finger there and wrap it again, and then fold again, and don't cut your finger. And then that gives you your fishtail. All right. So I'll trim that one a little bit more because it's a little bit too long. But see, I hardly wasted any ribbon that way. And then I'll use my dimensionals on here. Where are my dimensionals? So it's funny, like they'll be like, I'll use dimension or blender pens, and then I won't use them for like forever, it seems like. All right. So I also want to put dimension here, right? So I don't have a saggy middle, but I don't want it to be on the ribbon because then it will be a little higher than here, right? Because that ribbon thickness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dimensionals on the card so then I know it's on here. And if these touch that ribbon, that's okay. I don't think it will. But that way I know that it's here and it's not going to be on the ribbon. All right, so let's put our deer on here. So cute. Isn't she so fun? Our cute little deer. But I also want to put this on with dimensionals so it stands off the card. The blender pens are great. You get 3 in a pack. So if one's in your spring social, I'm still figuring out all of the other stuff, because as people sign up, the more people that sign up, the more stuff I can put in your packet as well. Oops, upside down. So what's great about the blender pens is they come as a 3-pack, so you can split them up. All right. So look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. And there's the little fox on the inside. Now, if you wanted, you could, you know, pull out some of the fox as well, just to add a little bit of color. Now, I could have done this with the Cajun so that the fox was more of a red color. But isn't that cool? It just gives it a little more body. So fun. Love, love, love it. So let's show. So here's the one I always do ahead of time. So pretty close to being the same. And then the little inside, I didn't do the inside of the fox, but super cute. I love doing this with the ribbon, because that way, if you're not a person that likes to tie bows, you know, that swoosh of a ribbon adds ribbon without having to tie the bow. Plus it lays flat. So if you don't want to have, you know, to put extra postage or whatever, you know, sometimes that is good, you know, as well. So I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like that. So before you know it, I'll have a new catalog to be doing Mimeograph Monday stuff from. But I do love that deer, all that hair and stuff. It does add a little bit of a different look, doesn't it, Rhonda, with that blender pen? Just, it's not so plain. So, you know, it's just, that's what it said to do. So anyways, encore. Thank you, McKenna. You got to give your dad a hug and your mom a hug and brothers and sister a hug. All right, so I think that's all. I will see you, because I'm looking around, make sure I told everything that I wanted to tell. And I will get the supply list put down in underneath the video. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. Thanks, McKenna. And I will say have a great night. If you have any questions, always holler at me. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 104, I believe. And it's same time, 3 o'clock. Arizona time, same channel. I know the Facebook, I don't know if the Facebook knows that my time has changed, because it seems like at 2 o'clock it's saying something about the event, and I'm like, oh, it's not 3 yet. So I don't know if I need to go in there and do some switching, just because remember, Arizona doesn't change our clocks. So if you're used to watching me at a different time, know that it's still 3 o'clock in Arizona, but it might be a different time. You might be an hour ahead or behind now. So, or you might be the same time, right? So anyways, all right, so I'm going to stop blabbing. Have a great night, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow, okay? All right, bye for now.